Hello and welcome to week 2 of the consistency course. I hope that your first week was wonderful and that you had a great time with your checklist homework. It was great to see all of your check-ins, super exciting. And what we're focusing on for week 2 is one of my favorite topics, which is ownership and priorities. So already you've probably figured out that my little coaching video trying to play down that I wanted you to start really easy. You know, when you start to lower your expectations, there's some days that you still don't get 2 liters of water in. There's some days that you still don't get the allotted amount of vegetables in. And this is what I'm talking about. I want you to make things a little bit less perfect so you can essentially be more consistent. So the more that we're striving for perfection, the less likely we are to be consistent, right? Because we have such big expectations of ourselves. So likely last week, stuff happened with work or with kids or with family or with responsibilities that you have, and you weren't able to complete at least one thing on your checklist. And what I want you to focus on this week is taking ownership of everything that happens to you. So, for me, if work gets really crazy and I can't get my movement in that day, do I blame work or do I say, I didn't really make it a priority. I could have gotten up earlier before my first client. I could have squeezed in a workout for 20 minutes. I didn't make the time, or I didn't complete my work in the manner that allowed me to be efficient enough to get my workout in. So where can we shift the ownership to us and take ownership for the excuses that we're making about why we can't be consistent with getting our water in, getting our vegetables in every day, eating protein at every meal, and getting that daily movement? So the second thing that we're going to talk about today is priorities, because one of the biggest roadblocks to consistency is having too many priorities. There's a great quote by Jim Rohn that says, if you have more than 3 priorities, then you have none. And I love this quote because a few years ago for me, I had a million priorities. I was building my business. I had family that I was wanting to hang out with. I had friends and a social life that I was looking to take care of. I had, home life and laundry and dishes to do and cooking and eating healthy. I was trying to run a lot. I was trying to lift a lot. I was trying to do yoga a lot. And I really felt like I was kind of spreading myself too thin. And I wasn't doing a great job with anything, right? My business wasn't growing very much. I wasn't spending that much time on it. My running wasn't doing great because I was just kind of fitting it in on the side. My lifting was kind of lackluster because I was tired from how much running I was trying to do. So what I want you to figure out this week is what your priorities are. What's really important to you? Is it really important to you to feel great? Is it really important for you to get lean? Is it really important for you to be a really fast runner? And I want to kind of push you gently to pick one priority that's really important for you, because you can do everything, but you just can't do everything all at once. So if we focus on 1, 2, or 3 priorities for the next 6 months, and you get a lot faster at running, or a lot leaner if that's your goal, or you focus on spending time with your family, or whatever it is that's important to you, I want you to spend that time identifying what your priorities are. And the sad but wonderful thing about this is that you're probably going to have to cross some stuff off of your list. So if getting strength training 5 times a week and running and doing yoga and trying to be physically active in all these different avenues is not working for you in your life, what can you give up? What is a priority that you're going to let fall by the wayside? Or what are you going to say no to? And the great thing is that leaves room for you to say yes more often to something else. And that's how we get more consistent. So your homework for this week is to keep going with your daily checklist. So I still want that, iPhone note or piece of paper beside the bed or section in your day timer. If you're old school like me and you still have a paper day timer, I will have one paper for the rest of my life, I swear. And I want the water with a little circle beside it, vegetables with a little circle beside it, protein with a little circle beside it, and movement with a little circle beside it. And we're going to keep tacking those off, right? I want that 2 liters of water in each day. Or if that's not happening, make it 1 liter. What can you consistently do day in and day out, right? Regardless if it's a bad day at work or not. I want those veggies, 6 servings, or if you're not even close to getting 6 servings, maybe it's 4, right? What can you consistently complete every day? I want that protein at each meal. If it's not 25 grams, if you're far away from 25 grams at each meal, then can it be 15 at each meal, right? Figure that out. See what you can consistently do. And then if you are not moving every day, at least walking, like walking to work, or taking a movement class, going for a walk on your lunch hour, getting some body weight strength training in at home. What can you do with your daily movement to make it easier, more accessible? Can you walk with a girlfriend instead of sitting and having coffee with her, right? So get that stuff in, continue going through your checklist. And then your other homework piece this week is priorities, right? Identify what your top 3 priorities are. They might be family, job, and health. What about your health is really important to you? Is it running? Is it lifting? Is it getting leaner? Or is it just not thinking about food all the time? That's an amazing outcome that you may want. Everyone's going to be really different. So read your coaching email below. Have a wonderful week for week 2, and I'll see you next week.